Hi, welcome once again to Going on an Easter Egg Hunt. I'm Jeff Dixon, I'm your host. We're filming this during the Easter season in the midst of a series that we're teaching here at the church at 434 called Cracking the Extraordinary, where we're looking for hidden details, Easter eggs, if you will, that are hidden in plain sight in the passages that relate to the Easter story. If you haven't watched the series, you haven't been a part of the series, go back and you can watch it online through our website. You can watch it on the app. Dial in and see what's going on there. But the Easter egg I want to share with you today answers another question that sometimes we have in trying to round out our mental picture of what's happening on the night that Jesus is arrested there in Gethsemane. We already know that the place is a place called the Gethsemane Grotto. We talked about that in a previous episode, so you can go back and listen. The Romans come with Judas to this place, along with the temple police. And Scripture says that Judas brings with him a cohort of Roman soldiers. A lot of times, in the mental images that we have of this event, we think of Jesus and the disciples, Judas showing up with a handful, 10, maybe a dozen folks that are coming with their torches. They're ready, they're going to arrest Jesus in the night and take him away. But cohort is a very specific term, and it starts talking about Roman soldiers. Numerically, you're talking about a minimum of 300. But realistically, the average number in a cohort would have been 600. And this would be 600 Roman soldiers that would be completely armed. Helmet, breastplate, shield, sword, the leggings, the covering for the feet, full armament. And I don't know if you've gotten that mental picture when you think about the crowd that came to arrest Jesus, but all of a sudden, what Scripture teaches us is that they are fully armed, armed to the eye teeth, Roman soldiers, and not just a dozen, not just 2 dozen, 600 of them coming in the middle of the night to arrest the Messiah. And so if you take that and you insert it into the Easter egg that we found earlier, the Gethsemane Grotto, you begin to see a mental picture of a number of people filtering down this long, narrow rock passageway that leads to a cave. And only the people at the front would have been able to hear the encounter that's taking place between Jesus and the disciples with Judas there. And yet, with torches and lanterns, they are backed up way down this walkway where even the people at the back couldn't even hear the conversation that was happening at the front because it would have been so jam-packed with people. And it's not just people standing shoulder to shoulder, it's fully armed, wearing full armament people, shoulder to shoulder, extremely crowded, standing on top of each other, crowding in, trying to be where Jesus is. And so that's the next Easter egg. Understand the size of the group that came to arrest Jesus. It was at minimum 600. There could have been up to 1,000 people that night that came across that hillside on the Mount of Olives to find Jesus in the Gethsemane Grotto. That's the crowd that came to arrest Jesus. It was not a small thing. It was a big thing. It was a combination of the Jewish leaders in cahoots, if you will, with the Roman leaders, trying to get ready to eliminate a problem that they all felt they had, and Judas was the one that was going to betray him. We're going to continue digging up some Easter eggs as we get ready for Easter, and we look for details in Scripture. That always is a good thing to take the time to find. I look forward to joining you next time.